Hello and welcome back to the Fantasy Pros YouTube channel. I'm Derek Brown. Today, we're going to be talking about 10 must-have players for fantasy football in 2022. Before we discuss this 10-pack of players, we got to mention here, if you want a chance to win a signed Keenan Allen Los Angeles Chargers jersey courtesy of our friends at Pristine Auction, you need to subscribe to the Fantasy Pros YouTube channel right now. Comment below on this video and that's it. We'll be announcing a winner right here on the channel, so make sure you turn on those notifications so you can be alerted when new episodes are up and to claim your prize. Alright, the first player we got to discuss here, number 10 on the list, David Njoku. David Njoku now has the bag secured and he is ready to break out in fantasy football this season. We know he is an athletic monster, 97th percentile burst score, 81st percentile agility score. This man dominated and was efficient last year. I know the box scores don't tell the full tale. 11th in yards per route run, 5th in yards after the catch per reception. And even, yes, with Jacoby Brissett under center, I understand there's concerns and there's worries about the quarterback situation in Cleveland. But even Brissett, as bad as he is still good enough to get accurate targets to Njoku and just let him work. For a man that was 7th in slot yards per route run amongst tight ends, David Njoku, the breakout season is here. He is the must-have late round tight end for 2022 in fantasy football. Okay, number 9, a guy that I have not shut up about the entire offseason, not going to stop now. He is a top 24 running back for me. That is Mr. Chase Edmonds. Now, Chase, we know that the pass game prowess is definitively there. He was 9th in yards per route run last year, and we know the floor is extremely high with him. Over the last 2 years, we have a 15-game sample where he has played at least 50% of the snaps, and he has been a top 24 running back in 67% of those games. Now, for a player that we've discussed, he's explosive. So he's been 29th and 12th in breakaway percentage over the last 2 years. We know the receiving ability is there. And with the upgrades of this offensive line, with the addition of Teron Armstead and Connor Williams, Chase Edmonds can crush this year. If it's not Raheem Mostert, it's got to be Chase Edmonds. And we're not projecting Mostert to get the goal line work. If Edmonds gets all of that, he is going to skyrocket up fantasy points boards this year and be a fantastic selection in your fantasy drafts. Number 8, I know the hype is deafening, it's loud, and you might need earplugs, but you need to be drafting Michael Pittman. Matt Ryan's new alpha wide receiver? With minimal target competition? Yes, please. I want all of that smoke. For a Colts team that last year showed us that they wanted to throw, but Carson Wentz under center. So weeks 1 through 8, they were 7th in neutral script passing rates, and we saw Pittman was on his way to a monster season. He was 12th in targets, he was the wide receiver 18 in fantasy points per game. Now with a better quarterback under center, this guy can crush. I mean, he was only one of 4 wide receivers last year to finish top 12 in route win rate against man and zone coverage. Don't dismiss the hype. Buy in, believe it's real. He's a must-have player for a reason, and you need to be drafting him. Okay, number 7, SoCal slant boy himself, Mike Williams. Weeks 1 through 5 last year, he showed us the upside, people. He had a 25.2% target share, which was 16th amongst all wide receivers. He was 15th in weighted opportunity as the wide receiver 3 in fantasy football. Then he got dinged up. He got injured. And hey, that's football. Sometimes players get injured. We can't predict these things. I know that social media believes we can, but we can't. So, whenever he got healthier down the stretch, so after week 12, we saw him rebound. 20.8% target share, wide receiver 17. You marry this with a wide receiver like Keenan Allen, who we see through the metrics, he's slowing down. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to be bad. The volume is going to be there for Keenan Allen. But over the last 5 seasons, his yards per route run have declined in each year. So we can't peg that he's going to have the same type of production. Mike Williams can step forward as the alpha in this offense this year. And if he does that, he has top 5 upside in fantasy football. Number 6, Rashod Bateman. Rashod Bateman, I get that Baltimore is going to run the ball. But for everybody's idea is that Baltimore is going to go back and be more run heavy. J.K. Dobbins is coming off injury. Gus Edwards is still not a lock to play. We don't know when he's coming back. So what? Rashod Bateman is going to gobble up a monster load of targets this year for a wide receiver that he was a top 36 wide receiver last year in 50% of his games, despite not seeing an 80% plus snap share until week 15. Then we saw him thrust into the X role in this offense immediately, and he thrived. He was 26th in win rate against man coverage. You look at Matt Harmon's amazing work with reception perception, 85th percentile versus zone, 81st versus press. He can win all over the field. And if we believe that he is as good, if not a better talent than Marquise Brown, then why are we not drafting Rashod Bateman? He's on my must-have list as a player that we saw Brown as the wide receiver 21 in fantasy points per game last year. That should be close to the floor for Rashod Bateman. He's going to get the targets. He has top 15 upside this fantasy season, and he is a definite on the must-have list. Okay, number 5. We love running backs that catch passes, and the player that fits this in a breakout season is Travis Etienne. Now, I get we didn't see Travis Etienne on the NFL field last year. That does not matter. We do not project James Robinson to be 100% this season, fully healthy, and coming off the Achilles. Yes, he might be active. We can't expect the same James Robinson of old to be stepping onto the NFL field right when he comes back. This opens the door for Travis Etienne to be the lead back, to be the player that we hope and that can crush in fantasy football. And we need to remind ourselves, we need to be kind to rewind and understand that his final 2 seasons at Clemson, he was 1st and 20th in yards after contact per attempt, 14th and 4th in yards per route run. That talent is real, and you marry that with the touchdown upside for Doug Peterson's offense, who 3 of his 5 seasons in Philadelphia, he was 14th, 11th, and 10th in red zone rushing rate. So what do we want out of running backs? We want pass catching upside. We want touchdowns. Travis Etienne can gobble up both this year. All right, before we get to my number 4 player on this list, picking your fantasy team is more difficult than it should be, but picking your beer isn't. That's why the first round pick is always Miller Lite. More taste and it's only 96 calories. When it's football time, baby, it is Miller time. Why? Because beer makes football better. It's easy. And Miller Lite has way more taste than those other guys. Listen, every good fantasy football draft needs 3 things. Number 1, a solid strategy, which you're getting here on the Fantasy Pros YouTube channel. Number 2, friends. Number 3, ice cold Miller Lites. So plan your draft strategy by heading over to MillerLite.com/buybeeronline and find out where you can start living on Miller time, baby. Let's go. All right, number 4, the man, the myth, the legend, toe drag swag himself, Gabriel Davis. Gabriel Davis is set to crush this year, and he makes the must-have list. Buy into the hype. As a player that over the last 2 seasons, we've seen him dominate at different levels of the field. In 2020, that was as a deep threat. He was 8th in yards per route run, 2nd in passer rating when targeted down the field. Last year, he upped his game as an intermediate area assassin. 41.9% of his target volume was in this area of the field. He was 2nd in catch rate, 4th in yards per route run, and 1st in passer rating when targeted on this level of the field. He marries both of those dynamics together this year. The breakout is coming. He's in one of the best offenses in the NFL. This does not have to be hard, people. Draft good players and good offenses, and Gabriel Davis checks both of those boxes. Number 3, A.J. Brown. Yes, he is the first part of the league-winning duo that I've been discussing all throughout the offseason. Over the last 3 years, he has been 4th, 7th, and 18th in target per route run rate. He has been 6th and 2nd before last year's down season in fantasy points per target, and this man has never finished outside the top 7 in yards per route run. He is going to walk into a career high in targets this year, and for a player that in 2020 we saw put up a top 10 wide receiver season with only 106 targets, my mind will be blown, and yours will too, whenever he gets 120, 130. Heck, if he sniffs 140 targets this year, he can break the model in fantasy football. Be investing in A.J. Brown early, be aggressive, and enjoy drafting him. Okay, number 2. My top bet to be the RB1 overall. If it's not CMC, if it's not Jonathan Taylor, it's got to be Dalvin Cook. Prior to last year's down season, which yes, it was a down season, RB9 in fantasy points per game. This is coming off of 2 back-to-back seasons where he was the RB2 in fantasy points per game. Now we talk about, okay, Kevin O'Connell's in town. We're going to have an improved offense. It's going to be more up-tempo. They're going to pass. And Dalvin Cook is going to sniff touchdown regression. Prior to last year, he was 12th and 19th in red zone touchdown conversion rate. That dropped all the way to 38th last year. Touchdowns are coming back for Dalvin, and he is set and primed to pay off in fantasy football. He's fallen to the end of the first round in a lot of different drafts. Don't let that happen in yours. Draft him and enjoy a monster season from Dalvin Cook. All right, I alluded to it. The number one player, the must-have that you need to walk away from all your fantasy football drafts with, Mr. Jalen Hurts. League-winning upside, Mr. MVP, dark horse candidate himself. Before he dealt with the injury last year, he was the QB6 in fantasy points per game. Then he got dinged up. We saw his rushing dwindle massively. He went from 57.9 rushing yards per game. He was pacing towards a 1,000-yard season to 29.7 rushing yards per game. And if we bake in that we know that he is going to run, now we add the arrival of A.J. Brown, the ascension of Devonta Smith, and the efficiency of Dallas Goedert, as well as, look, Jalen Hurts is due for passing touchdown regression. Last year, he was 23rd with a 3.7% passing touchdown rate out of 33 quarterbacks. That is going up with the ascension of the weapons, with the guys he has in town, and if this Philadelphia Eagles offense is not only passing more, but they are a fast, an up-tempo offense, which we saw last year. They showed us glimmers of this in the first few weeks of the season. That comes back, and Jalen Hurts takes another step as a passer. He is going to break fantasy football. He's going to have a Lamar Jackson type of season and be a difference maker, a league winner for your fantasy football teams. Enjoy drafting him this year, and it is Hurts season. It's time to get freaky in the open field, baby. All right, before I get out of here, remember, if you want a chance to win a signed Keenan Allen Los Angeles Chargers jersey, courtesy of our friends at Pristine Auction, all you have to do is subscribe to the Fantasy Pros YouTube channel right now, comment below in this video, and that is it. We'll be announcing a winner right here on the channel, so make sure you turn on those notifications until you can be alerted when new episodes are up and to claim your prize. Fantasy football draft season is here. Enjoy it and dominate your leagues with Fantasy Pros.
Thanks for tuning in to the Fantasy Pros YouTube channel. Don't forget to check out our featured videos. And while you're at it, make sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Fantasy Pros, so you can get the latest news and updates to give you the edge you need in your fantasy league.